Hi there, everybody. It's Cassie, and I'm just going to be doing a quick video on depth of field in Second Life. It does work pretty close to an actual camera in Second Life, and I do want to go over the important parts in it to help you have a more realistic depth in your Second Life. So we have the view angle, the field of view, the F number, the focal length, the focal time. We have the circle of confusion, and then the resolution. So this does several different things. The one that I wouldn't really focus on too much is the focus transition time, because all this does is if you're trying to focus on something, let's say we put it pretty high, we'll zoom in on this and it'll take like, well, I guess I should probably have my focal view a little high, huh? Let's do that real quick. Get it a little blurry. Yeah, so if we zoom in on something and you have it pretty low, it'll take a while for it to adjust like that. So I try to have that normally pretty low for the focal time. But what we want to focus on more than anything is just having a nice focal view in the background. You don't ever really want it to create like kind of weird lines around your shoulders like that. That's kind of odd. So a lot of it is just kind of messing around like you would with a camera, trying to figure it out. Normally I try to keep my field of vision slightly low. I like to have it around 70, between like maybe 54 to 73. This also will help clear it up though if you mess with the F number, the focal length, the COC, and the resolution. The COC I feel like doesn't do that much, honestly. It does help a lot, but I always have it up so I never really adjust it. But normally I have mine around like in the 80s. And then the resolution, the more you lower it, the more it'll return to normal as well. So again, with this, I like to keep it about in the center. You get rid of those weird little lines around your shoulders and it clears it up majorly. And then we have our focal length. The further back you have this, the more it's going to be coming closer to the camera of your blur. So if you have this lower, you're going to be able to see yourself a bit more while the background will still be blurry. The lower it is, the more you'll be able to see yourself. The higher it is, the more it's going to blur everything. So with like an ideal field, depth of field, normally I like to have my FOV at around 55, our F number pretty low. We don't need it too high, maybe around 2.54. Our focal length around 41. Our focal time, I don't care about that. I don't use it at all. If you ever do machinima, it's really good for that, but that's about it. Our COC is about at 80, but again, you can still just adjust this to whatever you're comfortable with. I just like it around that number. It just looks the best for me, especially around hair. Sometimes field of view can really mess up your hair. And then our resolution. I like to keep this around the center as well, but it's okay if you lower it as well too. And that's it. The most important thing you also want to focus on with depth of field is to not forget about your view angle. Your view angle can really change how your photography looks in a second. So if you can use field I always mess this up. You can adjust your view of angle either through this, move yourself in and out, or you can also use Control 8, 9, and 0. So if you use 9, Control 9, it'll reset your view to whatever your standard camera is. If you use 8, it'll back you up even further to the max one where it's almost like a fisheye lens. And then if you use 0, it'll zoom you in, it'll flatten the screen, and it'll make you look more into the shot. It'll focus on you more. When you have it like this is when you should be adjusting your levels. So say maybe I want to lower my field of view just a little bit and maybe raise my resolution. It's all about just kind of messing with it and seeing which you prefer. So now with this view, I have my field of view at 35, my COC at 39, and my resolution just under 0.60. So just mess with it, see what you like, see what works for you, and that's it. I hope it helps. Bye.